How's it going, guys? Look at this, I'm back. I know it's been a while since I posted an actual video, so very excited to bring you guys setup showcase number 2, where I take setups that you guys go ahead and submit in our Discord. That's linked down below if you guys want to check it out. And then I take those and I kind of just showcase everything for everybody to see, and hopefully you, the viewer, can get some inspiration for your own setup. And of course, right now, I'm sure you've already noticed since I've been talking that I'm missing a tooth. Yeah, that's a long story. If you guys want to know anything about that, comment down below. I'll tell you guys how it happened and everything like that. But just know, it's not a big deal. I'm okay, everything's fine. I just had to get a tooth pulled. And so now I am running around looking like Sloth from the Goonies for a little while. But my facial features aside, let's go ahead and jump into setup showcase number 2 and see some really awesome setups that you guys, the viewers, sent in to be viewed by everybody out there in YouTube land. Let's go.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get things started with somebody that has one of the coolest names I've seen in the Discord, and it is Namalamadinga. So you win the coolest name award already right off the bat, my friend. So just getting right into this setup, you guys can already see this guy has a really cool looking setup. So let's dive in real quick. So the PC he's actually using a laptop in this setup, which is totally cool. He's got an MSI GS65 Stealth Thin laptop, and then which it has for the CPU, it's got an Intel i7-8750H. It's got 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and it has a GTX 1070, which is still a very capable card these days. And then of course it's got an M.2 SSD and a 1TB HDD. So it's a very capable laptop for him, and I think it's looking pretty cool on his little stand he's got going on there. And so for his peripherals, he's got a ton of stuff here. So he's got, for his headset, he has the SteelSeries Arctis Pro with the game DAC and everything like that. Very expensive thing, but he said it's super worth it, so he really enjoys it. He's got a lot of keyboards, so getting into these real quick, he's got a heavily modded Drop Alt, high profile with Lube Gator on Ink Silence, and then he also has a couple other ones. We'll get onto those here in a second, but as far as his mouse, he's using a Glorious Model O wireless with the G Float feet, and I can personally attest that it's a great mouse. And as far as his monitors, he's got a standard 144 Hz laptop monitor, I guess, on the G65, and then on his main monitor you see in the middle there, it's a Tough Gaming from Asus 27-inch VG27BQ. And as far as his chair, he's actually got a Herman Miller Aeron, which is actually a very expensive chair, so good on you for using that ergonomic chair, man. And then in the back, as you can see, he's got some really cool stuff going on here. I thought he actually had nanoleaf lights like I do, but he actually has some DIY backlit panels, so he did all that stuff himself. Yeah, they're basically DIY nanoleaves. And then he's got a, his mouse pad, his coiled cable for his key, and he's got a ton of artisans that go along with his keyboard. So very cool stuff. And lately he's been posting a lot in the Discord with his new heavily modded Tofu 65 keyboard, and he's very active in the keyboard thread in our Discord. So if you guys want to see a lot about that, he does a lot of cool modifications, post pictures and everything like that. He did some really cool like lubing before and after videos and everything like that. So if you guys really want to see some cool content, get in that Discord and check him out, because he does a lot in there. So all I gotta say, man, great setup right here for a laptop setup. This has to be one of my favorites I've seen, so good on you, dude.
Get rid of that Windows 10 watermark and start saving with URCD-Key. URCD-Key offers deep discounts on games and software with my own special promo code. Purchasing your key is super easy. All you have to do is click on the item you want, click buy to add it to your cart, and then once you're in your cart, you can go ahead and enter my promo code RAV20 for 20% off of your purchase. After adding the promo code, you'll see your savings pop up, and you can then purchase your product with your chosen payment method. Finding and entering your Windows 10 CD key is super easy. All you have to do is go to your user profile, find your purchase, and click View Keys and Codes to reveal your new CD key. Then all you have to do is go to Settings in Windows, click on Update and Security, click on Activation, and finally click on Change Product Key and enter your new key into the window and click Next. You'll now have a fully licensed version of Windows 10 with 0 watermarks. Check the links in the video description to start saving now.
All right, and next we have the homie Joshtechgamer. So if you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know I game with this guy. He's another YouTuber, so definitely go check out his channel. But he has a really cool, aesthetically pleasing looking setup right here. He really kind of goes with the synthwave looking theme. So getting into this, he's got the usual IKEA Carly desk with the Alex drawers, and yeah. Makes it look really nice here with all of his different accessories. So he's got the dual monitor setup going on. I believe one he said is just 144 hertz, 1920 by 1080 for gaming that he uses. And the second he said is just a regular 16 by, I think he said 16 by 9 ultra wide for productivity. So he uses that. I think it's a 60 hertz monitor, but he just uses that to edit videos. And then of course with his keyboards, he's got a couple of them on his channel, but he uses his GMK Glorious 10 keyless keyboard with his Matrix keycaps on it. And then as far as his mouse, he's using the Glorious Model O. Once again, great freaking mouse, you guys. Good choices all around. So he's got some speakers in there from Creative. He says he really likes them. He said they're old, but they still work great. But as you can see, he's got his whole entire collection of pop figurines over there on the right. He's got some great RGB lighting going on. I believe he said all of it is Govee lighting, which is great. I'll link some of that down in the description below if you guys are interested. And he links it all together to make whatever theme he kind of wants to go with on that day. And of course, he's got his his backgrounds on his monitors using Wallpaper Engine, just like me. And speaking of that, let's go on to his PC. He has a Core i7 7700 with a white case. I believe it's a Thermaltake case, but he couldn't remember what it was, but I think that's what it is. And as far as his graphics card, he's got a GTX 1060 still. So he is still rocking that 1060 6 gig and hasn't seen the need to buy a new one yet, especially with the times right now. So he's still rocking that. 16 gigs of RAM, and then he's got a Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Pro motherboard. So really, really awesome looking setup, you guys. If you want to see some cool tips and tricks on your setup, he's a good resource as well. He does videos all the time, so definitely check him out. And next, we're going to go ahead and take a trip back to the budget area of setups with Funny Gaming. So this is a dude that actually won the Murphac audio microphone giveaway that I did. He's one of the winners, but he was the one that I actually was able to go deliver the microphone and see him in person. So that was very cool. Got to meet his family and everything like that. And he actually showed me this setup in person. So he's got a gaming desk. I can't remember the brand, but it's definitely a gaming desk that is made for a gaming setup. He's got all sorts of artwork around his setup that he really enjoys. He's a super big fan of Juice WRLD, so he's got that poster going up right there. Really shows his personality. And he's got these RGB lamps that are next to his monitors that really, really are cool, and they add that, mood lighting into his setup. So I'll link those below if you guys are interested in something like that. Stuff like that adds a really cool backlight and just kind of sets off the mood of your setup. And so he's a PC gamer, but he also games on Xbox One apparently. So his PC is a Lenovo Legion, and it's got a Core i5 in it, 10400F with 8 gigabytes of memory, and then he's got a 1650 Super graphics card inside there with a 256 gigabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte HDD for mass storage. And then of course, if he doesn't want to play PC games, he plays on his Xbox, and so he's got some fun accessories for that. He's got his Astro A40 headset. Let's see, he's got his Xbox Design Lab controller that looks really cool. It's a nice colorway. And then of course he's got his Razer Synosa Chroma gaming keyboard with the Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini for his mouse. And like I said before, he won that Murphac audio microphone, so he's rocking that as well. But for a budget setup, you guys, I think this guy's doing it really, really well. It's basically just a, desk setup, nothing too crazy going on, but it gets the job done. So really, really good job, Funny. Okay, and on to our last setup for this video. And the reason I saved it for last was because this setup is absolutely freaking nuts. So this is from a user in the Discord named The Waz, and now this guy is somebody that I actually met when I was in college, and turns out he's a big PC gamer these days too, so he joined the Discord and graced us with this amazing setup he's got going on. So let's go ahead and get right into his PC and, make your wallets hurt right now just looking at what he's got. So for his CPU, he's got an Intel i9-9900KF at 5 gigahertz. For his CPU cooler, he's got a Corsair H115i RGB Platinum. His motherboard is a Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Pro. He's got 64 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro RAM. And this is the part that you all are gonna love hearing. He actually has an EVGA RTX 3090 XC3 Ultra. So I don't wanna know what he paid for that, but good on you for having it, my dude. So for storage, he's got a Samsung 970 EVO, and he's got 3 other SSDs, and he's got a 1.4 terabyte HDD, sorry. For his power supply, he's rocking an EVGA Supernova 220G3 1000-watt power supply to power all that stuff, especially the 3090. And then his case is all in the Lian Li Landcool 2. Those cases have been very, very popular these days. So for his keyboard, he's rocking a Corsair Strafe RGB MX. That's his main keyboard, but he's also got a Logitech K400 as his alternate keyboard, and you'll see why he has an alternate keyboard here in just a second. For his mouse, he's rocking a Logitech G602. He's got the SteelSeries Arctis 7 headphones. He has a Samsung Odyssey VR headset. And then for his monitors, these are pretty crazy too. He's got a Samsung CH-G90 49-inch monitor, an MSI Optics G27C5 monitor, and he's got an Acer S271HL monitor. And now, let's get onto the part that you guys are gonna really like notice that's crazy. He's got an entire racing and flight simulator setup. So built into this whole thing on the right side, he's got a Stream Deck just basically cut out and built into it, so he can press whatever buttons he wants when he's streaming. So he's using that Stream Deck, and then he's got his Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. What do you call it? He's got a Fanatec CSL Elite wheelbase, a Fanatec V3 pedal set, the Turn Racing R20 rim with RS3 pod, the Turn Racing dash, a custom Race Logic display, custom LumiRank display, the GTO Mega Pro cockpit with DIY platform. So he made that thing himself and basically put a cockpit in it, and that all comes together with the NRG FRP seat. So you guys, as you can see, he did a full custom racing sim setup, all complete with its own air conditioning setup that goes into it. I thought it was just like for air conditioning, but he actually uses this to not only cool down the setup, but he actually uses it so it makes it seem like when he's driving down the road, the wind is in his hair. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I'm pretty sure he told me that. You know, you hold me to it if you want. But anyway, this thing is absolutely insane, and that is why I wanted to feature him on this, because guys, this is like one of the pinnacles of getting, you know, these setups put together and really tuning it to exactly what you want. So good on you, man. I'm very excited that you decided to share this with us, and it's a super insane setup, so awesome.
All right, everyone, so that is setup showcase number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at some of the setups that you in the visual spam sent to me to go ahead and check out for everybody to see. So if you guys want to be part of this in the next upcoming videos, if you guys are enjoying this series, you can go ahead and head over to the Discord, and it's a really easy process. I have a ticket system set up that somebody in the Discord really helped me out with a ton, and so it made it a lot easier for us. So all you got to do is you got to go to this create a ticket widget that we have now, and just go ahead and make sure you press create a ticket, and what it will do is on the drop down menu in our Discord, it'll actually create a ticket with your name. So you go ahead and go to your named ticket and click on it, and it will give you all of the directions and how to submit and what you need to submit in that little ticket. And all you got to do is fill out the information inside of there, and it'll go ahead and give that to me. I will submit the ticket, and I will then have all of your information so I can feature you in an upcoming video. So that's going to be it, you guys. I'm really enjoying this series, so hopefully you are too. So if you are, go ahead and like the video, and make sure if you guys are not subscribed already, go ahead and do that if you guys want to see more future content. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have an awesome day. I'll see you later.